Hey INFJers, thanks for tuning in. It's Sadie. So as we know, the INFJ is super sharp, probably the sharpest in the entire box. Bonus, the INFJ is capable of being the actual box and creating a harmonious family unit by sharpening all the other crayons. Stick around, see what sets the INFJ crayon apart from the rest. We're going to be talking about why we're ignored, why others compete with us so much, and the INFJ copycat syndrome. ENFJs and INTPs, you stick around too. This video references you gems as well. All right, INFJers and INFJ fans, let's hit it. We're going to talk about why and what makes the INFJ the sharpest and brightest crayon in the box. How an INFJ behaves depends on the social situation and the vibrations in the room, particularly the vibes of the immediate company we're with. For example, it's far easier for an INFJ in a school or work setting where things are uniform and other humans are kept in check for the most part. It's different in, say, a bar or another social gathering, and even online. Social mediating as an INFJ, like life, has its pros and cons too. To an INFJ, there's mostly cons when it comes to social media, but we'll get there because this is worthy of a mention or two as well. As for crayons, it's safe to call the INFJ as such. Calling them the sharpest and or brightest wouldn't be exactly a lie either. With the INFJ empathy, introspection, retrospection, and the want for connection, I say want, not really need, since the INFJ can be fulfilled with their own imaginations and 1 to 2 acquaintances to vent to when things get really heavy. But we see all the other crayons. They may not realize we're a unit and can't be purchased separately, but the INFJ does realize. That's exactly why they're capable of transforming into the other colors when we're with them. If they're happy, so are we. If their tip is dull, we have the sharpener in our back pocket, so we got you. They made the yellow and green box for you, for all of us. The INFJ is a humanitarian. They're very sweet and caring, and they want to unite. If they didn't, they would have created a one utensil container instead of a box to carry all of us. This stirs up problems for the INFJ. It sows competition by way of underhanded compliments, indifference in public, and a ton of copycats. The INFJ designed the idea, but they're humble and they're not loud and rambunctious. So those copycats get the trophy, and they rarely give the kudos to the INFJ for giving them the idea to begin with. We put them in the limelight, but soon they'll forget us, and that kind of hurts. See, INFJs love sharing knowledge, yet we can be hesitant sharing the really good ideas because we know it was ours first. Let's face it, most everything in life is a popularity contest, unfortunately. It bothers the INFJ, but the copycat-itis isn't really on them. It's on those who try to mimic, mirror, or shadow their brilliance. So in a social setting, and I'm not talking like after work with coworkers at dinner and stuff like that, we do get invited out, sure, but when we get wherever we're going, the INFJ may turn their dial down a couple to a few notches. If your friends are talking about booze or bars or boobs or weather, quite frankly, the INFJ is just bored. That's why they're quiet. The INFJ knows the crowd won't bite on their thoughts of a cool documentary they just saw, or their inner passions that light personal fires. You know, people really aren't into those things. To most people, that kind of talk is too deep, it's too real, which equals too weird. To the INFJs, ENFJs, INTPs, banter is difficult. Banter versus discussion. Yeah, they'll choose a museum over a night on the town getting wasted and flashing strangers any day. Since INFJ is soaking up literally everything from wondering why the waitress is frowning or, who discovered the salt and pepper sitting in the shakers on the table in front of us, the INFJ may notice others not including them. They'll even notice some people turning away without realizing they are and be like, why is this person next to me sitting with their back toward me? It's not that the INFJ sucks, promise. It's because most people are soaking up your energy as well, just on a different level. They just don't know what to make of it. The INFJ can be a mystery to, people outside of their square. I see square, not circle, because, circles are too common. So unless you know the INFJ is in contemplation mode, others may find them quiet, snobby, possibly judgy. The INFJ is judgy, but not how others think. It's not a negative way. They're definitely not snobby, but they can be quiet and shy. Seeing the true ways of the world and all the unfairness, it's no wonder they can get that way. Like all humans, they don't always want to fake it till they make it. They prefer to just go about life without all the faking. Alright, so at work and school, but mostly work because schools and jobs do operate a little bit differently. But if the INFJ goes above and beyond and trusts that they will, the reactions will be scattered. At a job with an INFJ counterpart, like an ENFJ, an INTP, or an INFP in the leadership position, boss man may bite on those fresh ideas and truly appreciate the INFJ skill. INFJs are quick studies, fast learners, efficient teachers. They're only one notch below the ENFJ, which is known as the teacher, with more extroversion. And they can actually garner the attention of a classroom better than an INFJ. Coworkers may resent the INFJ outshining them, and they may try to put them in line by calling out the slightest errors or, advising the INFJ that new ideas aren't meant for newbies. This is especially true for those new in their positions. It could take years for the team to realize the INFJ is truly trying to help and not outshine. I hate to say it, but most everything in life is about competition too. 99% of people will deflect and they'll never admit their true feelings, and that they're simply scared their INFJ coworker may become boss's pet. All right, online. Okay, it's just a beast to the INFJ. Many prefer to stick to YouTube where they can see what they search for instead of forums like, for example, Facebook, where the feed is full of personas instead of genuine personality. The INFJ would rather see you, your zits, your crooked smile, and hear of your bad day so we can feel you and then help you should you need it. To just see filters and food porn and idle talk and undercover bullying over personal opinions or politics, it makes the INFJ just roll their eyes. Not in judgment to the individuals doing the posting, but towards society as a whole for promoting facades instead of friendships and deep connections. The INFJ knows who they are, and they are. They know it's cool to post a hot selfie that's filtered or what they cooked for dinner as if they're the only person in the world who's ever made chicken Alfredo. Jokes, gags, silly memes. They know that that's what they're supposed to do. Those posts get 300 likes. The INFJ posts, probably a reblog of some article they couldn't take their eyes away from, will only get like 1, 2, 3. But they're going to do it anyway because it's real. When they do find a buddy on Facebook, Twitter, wherever, and they really hit it off, INFJs ask that buddy's personality type. Are they ENFJ? INTP? I bring up INTP up a lot because it's such a great match for INFJs. INTPs are huge thinkers, INFJ, huge feelers. Hence the T and P difference. That's the only thing that differentiates them. Hence, they get each other. The ENFJ, I bring them up too because they rock so much. The main counter being that IE, introvert extrovert thing. Since they're extroverted, they do compete with INFJ sometimes. But since they share the NFJ, intuition, feeling, and judgment, the E in them can take the INFJ idea and just roll with it like their own. They do make excellent BFFs once we all realize we're in the same crayon box together. In short, INFJs, they feel it's their job to create a peaceful unit and a sound structure. They're not half-ass. They're deep. They're not trying to look deep. They just are. They're not phonies. Social settings are hard for all intuitives. Please don't judge them too harshly when they get too quiet or seem withdrawn. Rather, love them for the ball of love that they are. Once you join the INFJ, ENFJ, INTP train, it's I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And you're all going to be chugging the way to the summit. To all INFJs and everybody listening, I thank you so much for being here. I hope you're well, and I hope you're happy and embrace your wonderful, beautiful self. You're very rare. That's something to, be proud of. If you are in a dark place, I care about you. These aren't just words. If it's really bad, leave a comment. Let me know what I can do for you. I want this channel to be a safe place to voice your opinions, positive or negative, and connect with others and be your true selves. You're accepted and welcome here. Till next time, Night Riders, peace.